meteorologist Peyton Malone. Your weather authority, powered by AccuWeather.
Boy, the humidity has returned. We've got heat index values already over 100 in many locations, feeling like 100 here in Gulfport, 105 in Pascagoula. Gaucher on the other map was feeling like 108. So, I mean, it is hot, it is humid out there, and we do have that heat advisory that goes until 8 p.m. or 6 p.m. later on this evening. Current look at radar, there's nothing going on out there at the moment. We do have some clouds starting to develop, but rainfall-wise, it's dry. We're really not expecting much over the next couple of hours. There's a low chance of maybe an off shower trying to develop, but the better chances is going to be closer to sunset once a cold front moves on through the area. Now, it's not going to bring any colder air, but it will filter in that drier air as we go into Thursday and Friday. Going to bring some much needed relief from all this heat and humidity. Now, futurecast showing maybe just one or two little downpours trying to develop. I think the best chance for showers and thunderstorms today is just going to be off to the south and towards the west of New Orleans, but we can't rule out a few thunderstorms, as you can see here shown by Futurecast. Now, as we go into tomorrow, no, it's not broken. It's just not forecasting any rain to develop tomorrow or really Friday, and that's because, well, there's going to be a lot of dry air setting in over the area. So the rain chances are going to go down Thursday into Friday, but they're going to return as we go back into the weekend. Here's the latest on Tropical Storm Dorian. We've been keeping a very close eye on it. It's really organized over the past 6 hours or so. Since this morning, the hurricane hunters were in there. They were surveying it, sampling, and it's shown signs that it is getting its act together. Notice the winds are now up to 70 miles per hour, so that's just shy of a hurricane. So this is a very strong tropical storm at the moment. Pressure's down to 999. Here's the important thing with Dorian. You might remember a couple of days ago, we were forecasting this thing to go closer to the Dominican Republic and over towards Puerto Rico, or the west side of Puerto Rico. Look where it's at. It's on the east side of Puerto Rico. It's missing all that mountainous terrain, and that's not a good thing because nothing's going to disrupt this storm. No landmass is going to disrupt this storm, so that's why it's already showing great signs of strengthening. You notice we're starting to get an eye wall trying to develop around that center of circulation just to the north of the St. Croix area. So that's not good news for this storm because it's likely going to continue to intensify, and we think we're going to have a hurricane as we go into this evening, at least a Category 1 hurricane as this lifts off to the north and towards eventually the northwest. Now, there's a lot of uncertainties once we get to about Friday on what Dorian is going to do, how quickly this thing turns, how sharp it turns. But at the moment, we're thinking it's going to go somewhere into Florida. And when I say somewhere, all the way from the bottom to the very top. So from Jacksonville to Miami, has to watch this very closely. Here's the other bad news. We think it's going to be intensifying, maybe a major hurricane up to Category 3 as we go into Monday. So we're talking Labor Day, somewhere into the Florida Peninsula. So with all that being said, not likely that we see impacts here in South Mississippi, but the chances aren't zero. There's a large amount of uncertainty, more than normal, as we get into about the Monday time frame of when this storm is going to start to lift back to the north and towards the east. So anywhere in the yellow, we're saying, hey, you got to watch this storm. Not necessarily saying you're going to feel any impacts, but notice that does include us here in South Mississippi, up towards the Panhandle, even up towards the Carolinas. They're going to have to keep a close eye on this at the moment. But the best chance for impacts from the storm at the moment look to be somewhere along the Florida Peninsula, maybe up towards Georgia and southern South Carolina. So they're watching this very closely. Of course, we're going to watch it very closely, but at the moment, not too terribly concerned. We're just going to keep a close eye on it. Rain chances 0 tomorrow and Friday, and then they increase as we go into the weekend.